Hello! It's Andy again from the Egocast channel, and I am going to be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Move that over. As always, whenever I do reviews, I'm going to be covering the story, the gameplay, controls, graphics, animation, sound effects, and music, creativity, fun, replay value, and extras. Each one of those sections is going to either get a point or not, and the total is going to be out of 10 at the end of it, with 0 to 10. So here we go. So here's the story. You are the night watchman at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. That's pretty much it. That's what this game gives you, at least. I would like to, I don't know. I mean, it's confusing at this point because there's 3 games out for this series right now, and unless you've really looked into all of them, there isn't really anything other than that. There have been a lot of people who've done videos. The game theory videos are very good. They explain a whole lot, but it's all storyline that kind of comes from what you can figure out of the mystery of what's going on. So I can't grade it based on the overall story, because in this game you really don't get much of the overall story. You get enough to make you interested, you get enough to where you know that there's a deeper plot going on. And honestly, I love the theater of the mind type stuff. So I'm going to give it the mark for this one, because you are given enough of the storyline through the phone messages with the Day Watchman that you get a heavy sense that there's a hell of a lot more going on than you're just a night watchman at a pizza place. So can't really talk much about the storyline now because that's really all you get, but the potential is there so much that grading it just off of the first game and nothing else, gotta give it the mark for the story. It was intriguing enough to make me want to know more. Gameplay. Look left, look right, hit lights, look at your cameras. Very simple. And it doesn't get in the way of fun. It was very easy to learn. Not a whole lot of effort. It's not difficult gameplay, all in all, but this isn't a game made for gameplay. It's a game that's supposed to be simple. That's kind of the beauty of it. It's very simplistic, and yet things can spiral out of hand very quickly. Really love the gameplay. And as far as the camera, there really is. I mean, the camera can't get in the way of you because you're pretty much stuck there. There isn't really a whole lot of camera work going on with this game. It's a tough one to grade, but for what it's supposed to be, it is. And for what it is, you really can't improve much on it. So I would say it gets the mark for controls and cameras, because there really isn't a whole lot of room for it to not be good. Controls. Again, look left, look right, hit lights, look at your camera. Controls are perfect. It's entirely done with the mouse, which anytime you can play a game entirely with your mouse, you're probably not going to have shitty controls. And you don't. So there you go. Controls is another go. Graphics and background are what they are. The graphics are dark and gritty, and just this side of not being too cartoonish. I think the graphics are perfect. Perfect. I know that there are probably people out there that would argue that point with me, but they are what they're supposed to be. It's not supposed to be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Fighting Game 28. It's not supposed to look super realistic. It's supposed to look just this side of cartoony, because you're at a themed pizza restaurant for children. It looks exactly like what it's supposed to look like. The characters look exactly like what they're supposed to look like. And everything looks really good. I mean, as far as graphics are concerned, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But I'd say the graphics definitely hit the mark on this one. Animation. Here is all of the animation clips for the entirety of the game. We're all good. 1 more hour. No problems. Okay. That bitch is fucking... Oh, mother... Oh, shit. For some odd reason... Oh, I'm fucked. Fuck you! Fuck you! Ah, shit. 3, 1, 2, 3. Fuck it! Yes! Good plan! There you go. That's all the animation there is in the game. Just enough to do the things that need to happen. Foxy running down the hallway, very cool. The animatronics jumping at you are smooth for animatronics that are supposed to be jumping at you. Another section really hard to judge. I mean, what animation there is perfect. What animation there wasn't necessary to put in, therefore wasn't put in. The animatronics shouldn't move in a way that you can actually see. It adds more to the element of the scariness of it if 1 second they're there and then the next second they're just not. If you see them moving too much, I think it would ruin everything. Foxy running down the hallway is just good enough to where, since he's the only one that does that kind of shit, it's still really, really cool and creepy, and it doesn't really ruin the effect. Foxy should be, you know, they kind of made him as a wild card, so he should be doing weird shit like that. But, I mean, the animation for what it is, it's perfect. So, there you go. The sound effects and the music. Again, absolutely perfect. There is really no music through the course of the game, no like background music or anything like that. The music that plays during the course of the game is the music that comes from the animatronics. And that's cool, because whenever you hear that little jingle, all the animatronics kind of have their own little signature noises that they make. Foxy's and Freddy's laugh, Chica rummaging around in the kitchen. Everything sounds like exactly what it's supposed to sound like, and there's just enough background noise of just the general pizza shop noises, I guess, just anything that would just sort of happen in an empty building, that it adds a big element of realism to it. Because I don't know how often you've sat in an empty room all by yourself, but there's a big difference between sitting in an empty room all by yourself and sitting in a large building all by yourself. Shit makes noises, whether it's something rummaging around animal-wise or what, things just going on outside. There's a lot of noise that happens just in general places when nothing else is going on, and the game really reflected that pretty well. Not to mention you've got 4 crazed animatronics doing all sorts of manners of shit and whatnot. So I think the sound effects and the music, perfect for this game. Creativity. What else can you say? It's probably the most creative game that I've ever played in my life. I've never played anything like it. I've never played anything like it since, except for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I've started playing. And you can always tell when a game is really, really creative, like groundbreakingly creative, when a year or two later there's 150 different clones of it, and that's kind of what you've gotten now out there. There's a whole lot of people making a whole lot of Five Nights at Freddy's clones, but this is definitely the originator. As far as I know, I've never seen anything like it before, never played anything like it. The creativity is just off the charts, and kudos to Scott Games for making that happen. but definitely hits it on the creativity. Fun! As far as fun is concerned, this game has got it in spades. Each round, each night is about 10 minutes long, which is nowhere near long enough to make it to where it's annoying, but just long enough to where it's so long that you feel every second of those 10 minutes. I don't know, man. It's so much fun. It's such a fun game. It's an amazingly fun game. I had a lot of fun playing it. When you win, boy, like the whole game is a slow adrenaline drip all the way up until you either lose, in which case everything is flushed and you're either freaked out, or you win and everything is flushed and you are screaming and yelling about how happy you are. No game has ever given me that kind of a feeling over and over and over again through the course of the whole game. It's every time you play, if it's the first time you've played Night 4 or the 500th time you've played Night 4, you're still gonna have that in you a little bit. You get to the point where you're kind of used to the jump scares, but even then they still get you. But there's no feeling quite like winning, and especially in this game, it's unbelievable. This is a very, very fun game. Replay value, nothing but replay value in this game. This is very much not a I've played it once, I don't care about it anymore type of game. You can play this game over and over and over again, and you might not really get a different experience, but it never stops being enjoyable. And that is probably, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing with replay values. There may be different endings in other games or other things like that you know, they kind of try and push you to want to play over and over again. This game I would want to play over and over again just because it's so goddamn fun. You just can't help but want to play this game again and again. Replay value in this game, definitely there. Extras. The game is Five Nights at Freddy's. It's very simple. You wouldn't think there'd be a lot in the way of extras, but there is overtime. There's a sixth night, and I count that as extras because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. A night 6 pretty much is an extra. And then there's the create your own experience, whatever. You adjust the AI of the different animatronics. That mode, which I have attempted once. I put everything on max and lasted about 2 seconds. What are you gonna do? But there is extras there. I don't know what else you could put into this game as extras. There are extras, so gotta give it the score for that one. There might not be a whole lot, but there are extras. It's not like some games where you play it and it's done and you go, oh, well, fuck me, I guess that's it. There is extra stuff that you can do with this game, and it's good enough. So I'll give it the score on that one. So, in summary, you got a great story, or potential for a great story off of just the first game. You got great gameplay, great camera angles, great camera workability, great controls, graphics are good, animation is what it's supposed to be. The sound effects and the music are fantastic, fit the game perfectly, make the game even more immersive. The creativity is, like I said, off the charts. The fun is, again, off the charts. The replay value, unbelievable. And there are extras. So this is going to be, I think, the first game that gets a 10 out of 10. There's room for improvement with certain things, and there's certain things that if they touch it from this point forward, that it's going to make it suck. But I don't know. I can't give it any higher of a score than everything looks good to me. So everything looks good to me, and there you go, 10 out of 10. I highly suggest this game to anybody who wants to play it, and for under $10 on Steam, you really can't beat that. I mean, this is an amazing game. I think I paid $5 for it. So if you got an extra $5 sitting around, this will definitely waste as much time as you want it to waste for you. It's a great game. And if you like this video, then please hit the like button. And if you didn't like this video, then please hit the don't like button. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, we always take those in the comments section. And until next time, have a good day, and bye-bye.